Welcome to Cinema Bites, your go-to for movie recaps in a flash.
Get off! What the fuck?
Big twists, epic moments, all in just minutes. The story of the film begins with a man named Mickey, sitting in front of his house listening to music and living a normal life. Here, Mickey decides to enter the house but is shocked to find his friend Ben in a hysterical state, screaming and shooting at someone inside the house. They are both stunned and unable to believe what they are witnessing. At this moment, we see Ben and Mickey tying up a zombie inside the house. They decide to kill the man because he has been infected with the zombie virus. Ben and Mickey then decide to leave the city and search for a safe place after the city has been completely overrun by zombies. As they head into the forests, searching for a life away from zombies and dangers, Ben sits down and tries his luck with a lottery ticket, winning $100. However, Mickey laughs at him and tells him they are the only ones alive there, and it's impossible to claim the prize. To distract themselves, they decide to play baseball to alleviate their depression and anxiety. As they walk through the forest, they come across a house but are afraid to enter, fearing it might be infested with zombies which could infect them. Ben refuses to enter the house, and Mickey gets angry, telling him that the forest is empty and there can't possibly be zombies. Ben goes to the riverbank to fish, but as they continue on their way, they find a car. When they approach it, they see a zombie woman sitting inside. Ben opens the door and kills her when she comes out. Ben inspects the car and finds it intact, so they decide to use it. They leave the forest and drive on paved roads, searching for a house where they can settle temporarily until they find a solution. They eventually find a simple house belonging to a young woman. Inside, they discover music CDs and other essential items, including toothbrushes. Ben and Mickey clean their teeth outside the house, and Ben suggests to Mickey that they turn the car into a mobile home. They remove the car seats, turning it into a sleeping area, and make some simple modifications. However, Mickey is unhappy with the idea and tells Ben they would be better off staying in the house. Ben insists on using the car as a mobile home, reminding Mickey of the last time they stayed in a house for more than 3 months. They ran out of food and water, eventually resorting to eating dog food, and when that ran out, they ate the dogs themselves. After exhausting all options, they wandered the forests, searching for a safe place with food and water. Mickey tells Ben that he wants to find the wife he's imagined in his mind. Ben responds, saying that if Mickey stays in these houses, he won't find any woman. Eventually, Ben convinces Mickey to keep moving until they find other survivors. When they leave the house, they take a radio with them and start calling out, looking for other survivors. Eventually, they succeed in finding 2 others, a man named Frank and a woman named Annie. Mickey talks to them, trying to locate their position to join them. He tells them they play baseball and are surrounded by zombies, calling out on the radio to find other survivors. Frank surprises them by telling them to stay away because their food is limited and the place isn't big enough for more than 2 people. Frank then cuts off the radio communication. Mickey tells Ben they must find Frank and Annie at all costs. Ben warns that they don't want to be found and might kill them if they are. Mickey becomes frustrated, saying he can't stand living in abandoned cars surrounded by zombies. Mickey tries to reconnect with Frank and Annie, but Ben notices that Mickey is starting to fall for Annie, even though he's never seen or met her. This is due to the loneliness both of them are experiencing, which has caused psychological disturbances. In Mickey's imagination, Annie is the only woman alive in a world full of zombies. They decide to continue their journey and come across a hotel. When they try to enter, they are shocked to find it overrun with zombies. Ben starts fighting them, but tells Mickey they don't have to fight and kill every infected zombie. Ben gets angry, telling Mickey that if he wants to survive, he must take action. Meanwhile, a zombie woman approaches the car where Mickey is sleeping. Mickey wakes up in fright, but Ben arrives and shoots her. They continue their journey, searching for a life free of zombies and dangers. They find an abandoned house in the forest. They enter and find it fully equipped and free of infected people. Mickey insists on staying in the house at all costs, not wanting to risk his life living in a car anymore. Ben reluctantly agrees, not wanting to create problems between them. However, a conflict arises between Mickey and Ben when Mickey catches Ben using his headphones to listen to music without permission. They argue, and when they enter the house, each retreats to a separate room, not speaking to each other. Mickey tries to contact Annie and Frank again, but Annie confronts him, telling him not to try to reach them. She warns that if he does, she will kill him because their location is unsafe and dangerous. She explains that if more than 2 people stay there, they will all die. Mickey tells her he can't live alone and is thinking about her, insisting he must reach her. Annie becomes angry and cuts off communication. The next morning, Ben ties up a zombie to a tree and smokes in front of it. When he's done smoking, he releases the zombie and locks it in Mickey's room. Ben does this to teach Mickey how to defend himself and overcome his fear. In the end, Mickey manages to kill the zombie, comes out of the room, and confronts Ben, hitting him repeatedly. Mickey decides to leave Ben in the house, venturing alone into the forest. As he leaves, Ben tells him he did this for his own good. Mickey responds, saying he's upset because he wanted to reach Annie, the only healthy woman he wants to live with. Ben asks Mickey to return to the house, put on his clothes, and join him in searching for Frank and Annie. Mickey agrees, and they continue walking, opening every car they come across. They are suddenly confronted by a man threatening to kill Mickey unless they hand over their car keys. The man explains that the other cars don't work, and theirs is the only functioning vehicle. Ben tries to reason with him, saying they shouldn't kill each other as they are the only survivors. The man reveals that he's searching for a young man and woman he had been communicating with via radio but lost contact with. He wants the car to search for them in the city. Ben offers to help him look for them together, but the man refuses. Ben lies, saying the car keys are inside the vehicle. When the man goes to the car, he realizes Ben lied, as the keys are with him. Ben then kills the man. At that moment, a large truck arrives, and someone steps out of it, a girl and a young man, and we know that this girl and the young man are actually Annie and Frank. They are searching for the man who Ben have killed. When Annie finds out that Ben killed this man, she confronts him. Annie shoots Ben in the leg and threatens Mickey with death. Ben removes his belt and ties it around his leg to stop the bleeding. At this point, Ben blames Mickey because he was the one who led them to this girl. Meanwhile, Annie decides to leave them. She throws the car keys far away, leaves them behind, and walks away. Ben and Mickey start searching for the car keys in the forest, looking everywhere. Night falls, but they can't find the keys. They get back into the car, and when they turn on the headlights, they see zombies surrounding them from all directions. They remain in the car until the next morning, with the zombies trying to break the car windows to get to them. Ben and Mickey lose hope of surviving as the zombies leave them no chance for escape. Ben tells Mickey they must stay silent and avoid making any noise so the zombies will leave. They remain quiet for days, but the zombies don't move away from the car. Things spiral out of control. When they run out of food and drink, they are left with only alcoholic beverages. They decide to drink them to survive. Days pass, and the zombies remain in the same position. Ben and Mickey decide to cover the car windows completely to block the zombies' view. They try to keep themselves entertained by playing games and drinking to ease their stress. One night, Mickey says that when morning comes, he will go out to search for the car keys. When morning arrives, Mickey leaves the car to retrieve the keys. After a few minutes, Mickey returns with the keys, but his facial expression shows disappointment and sadness. When Ben asks him what's wrong, Mickey replies that, on his way back, a zombie bit him. Both of them are overcome with fear and panic. Ben threatens Mickey, telling him to get out of the car or he will kill him. Mickey refuses to leave and asks Ben for help. Ben carries out his threat and kills Mickey to prevent the infection from spreading. Ben eats the last bit of food left in the car, takes the radio, and begins speaking into it. He explains everything that happened to him and Mickey, saying all they wanted was to survive. He recounts how the man he killed had threatened them, tried to take their car, and put them in danger by leaving them surrounded by zombies. Ben tells the story of Mickey's death, then puts on headphones, listens to music, removes the cover from the car windows, and decides to continue his journey in search of life. And that is the end of the movie. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and activate the notification bell to receive new content.